What you are seeing now are some shots on this lens, which is the 7artisans 27mm f2.8. This is one, if not the most affordable autofocus lens on the market that has amazing image quality, build, and other features which we will discuss later. 7artisans is a brand from China that mainly focuses on camera equipment, especially camera lenses. They usually produce manual focus lenses, so I am surprised that they released an autofocus lens for crop sensor cameras, especially for this price tag. It is marketed as $129, but I only bought it for 5,149 pesos or around $91. This is definitely a steal for its price. A lot of people love this focal length, which is 27mm or 40mm equivalent for full frame lenses. This focal length is perfect for street photography, and even this focal length is what we see in our very own eyes. First, let's start with its build quality. It is made from aluminum, which is light and durable. It weighs about 172 grams and is slightly bigger than the Sony 18-55 kit lens. This weight is not heavy and not that light for me, and I am planning to use it for filmmaking, so I need that extra weight to accommodate my needs, and it is portable enough for me. It has a filter thread of 52mm diameter, which is very common for APS-C prime lenses. One thing I hate about this is that the focus gear ring is very stiff. You cannot rotate the ring without forcing it. I don't know, but I think it can be smoother as time passes by. This lens produces a very good image for its price. Some say it is a little bit soft compared to other lenses with the same type, but for me, I like it. The image that this lens produces are like from the vintage glass. It has characteristics that makes it vintage, like this flaring and low contrast images, which I very much like since I am a fan of vintage lenses, and if you don't want any flaring, make sure to get the lens hood since it didn't came with it. At f2.8, it produces nice, soft image but still sharp at the center, but when you put it on f4, it is perfect sharp all around. You must put it at f2.8 clearly if you shoot in low light and you need some shallow depth of field, but if you need some sharpness, crank the aperture a little bit. One thing that I will also point out is that it has slight vignetting at the lowest aperture, so keep that in mind. But it is not a huge issue for me as it creates character in my image, especially for my videos. I love dramatic shots. Now, for the moment that you have all been waiting for, autofocus. I used this old Sony A6300 for taking photos and videos on this lens, and I found that autofocus is quite weird on this one. I don't have any complaints on the autofocus when using it in photo mode, but when I shoot videos, it is unusable. The only way to focus your shot is either to use manual focus or a single shot autofocus. It also has focus breathing, but I don't mind that at all. I am very disappointed with the AF performance on this camera, especially for videos. I saw some reviews on this lens on other modern Sony bodies, and they didn't have any problems on the autofocus of this lens when shooting videos. I don't know, maybe the old AF technology on this camera is not supported on this lens. Let me know if there are any Sony A6300 users out there that tested this lens for videos, and let me know your experience. Anyways, I can still use this lens for videos doing one-shot AF. I even updated the lens to the latest firmware, and for me, nothing improved. Now, what I like about this lens is of course its price. You cannot get any lens cheaper than this with autofocus and brand new. It also uses STM motors, so it is not that loud when the lens is focusing, but you can feel it moving. But it isn't much of a problem for me. Image quality is also superb. It combines the classic look of vintage glass together with the autofocus, and you'll get this compact beast. I love soft looks on my videos, so this lens will have to be on my stash wherever I go. I also love the focal length of 27mm. It is just perfect for run and gun shots. It is not tight like 50mm and not wide as a 20mm. What I don't like about this lens is of course the autofocus on the video. I hope that they will release a new firmware that supports older Sony cameras and improve its AF capabilities in movie mode. And the focus gear is very hard to rotate. Even Incredible Hulk cannot rotate it easily. It is just hard. I cannot put my follow focus on my gimbal on this lens since it cannot handle it. Their website is also not user friendly. The site's language is in Chinese and the downloaded files as well you will need the translator for this part to understand its contents. But for its price and the image that it produces, I cannot complain much. I can live with this. I recommend this lens to everyone. If you just want to travel and fun to shoot with lens, then go for it. But for those who will use it for professional use, I recommend practicing it and learning its strengths and limitations firsthand before getting it into the battlefield. I cannot recommend alternative lenses for this one since I didn't have the opportunity to try other lenses with almost same focal length like Sigma 30mm f1.4 and Sony 35mm ones. But if I manage to get some of those, I will let you all know, so stay tuned. Overall, this lens pack a punch for its price. For just $129 or for my case, 5,149 pesos, there's no one beating this guy. And that's it for this video. Kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next one, and always keep creating.